What's up, everybody? We are back live here in Lake Havasu. We got our junior world finals here at the ISF World Championship. We got 20 of the best amateur riders ready to go. We're breaking it down into 2 heats, 10 riders per heat. The winner's going to be crowned today the amateur world champion. Will, are you excited?
I'm so excited. The amount of talent that's running through these young kids' bones is incredible. They're out here acting like professionals themselves. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, I love to see it. I mean, just in this practice, we've seen some crazy tricks go down. We got BMX pro Daniel Sandoval watching from the shaded tent, and his mind has been blown over the last just 10 minutes seeing these guys ride. So we're going to check in with the warm-ups, and Sean Carwell's going to get this thing popping in just a second. Stick with us. The World Championship for the junior finals is happening right now.
Let's get into it, guys.
Drop into Camp Woodward and be a part of the world's largest scooter community. Here you can ride with the pros and progress your skills. So come link up with your new crew and go all out on our world-class facilities. This is Woodward Scooter Camp.
All right, we are rocking and ready to go with heat number 1. Sean Cardwell on the mic on the course, getting the riders stoked, getting the crowd stoked. Heat number 1 consisting of Taj Shambrook, Mikey Tomczyk, Jaden Hardy, Cade Keffer, Jack Walsh, River Crawford, Revin Cachet, Bodie Soul, Bastion Bray, and Hudson Smith. Your first 10 in this 20-rider juniors final. Some heavy hitters here. I think we're going to see some good tricks today. We got the first rider up, Taj Shambrook, coming all the way from the land down under. Let's see what he's got going on.
Taj starting it off hot with a heel bar spin over the hip, looking fantastic. Coming around that berm, dropping in straight for the box with a backflip rewind.
Wow,
massive. Done.
This is a good way to kick it off. Taj has got a lot of experience in the competition world. He's been doing it since he was probably as high as his knees are now.
Yeah, Taj has been around for so long and has so much support from his family. He has consistently been out here killing it, and he just gets better and better and better. He's out here in the half pipe right now.
Yeah, see a little bit of a slowdown in his run as he does a couple technical tricks in that little mini ramp section, but he's back in the air, tail whip to bar spin.
Coming around the clamshell straight into a 360 bar spin over the box hip.
Does it get any more beautiful than that truck driver?
Wow. Flare, heel rewind, perfectly done. Into a nice Bry air. And that was a flawless run from Taj, an amazing way to initiate this junior finals division.
Yeah, I mean, that's the marker right there. Is he came in hot with the tricks, going fast, flying high, and nailed every single trick that he had to do. Taj Shambrook, run number 1 in the books.
Very good, very good. It's a very tough competition out here. A lot of these young riders are looking to be the next pros out here on the course. So the competition between all of these young boys is very tense and very tight because, you know, they're trying to compete to be the best at someday, and this is just one of the stages in becoming that.
Absolutely, and they're consistently pushing each other to get to that pro level, and some of the tricks they're doing are on the pro level. So I'm sure even not just the winner, but the top few from this final might be in our World Championships next year. So keep an eye on these names that you see. Next up, we got Mikey Tomczyk coming from Wilmington, Delaware. We know a lot of greats come out of Delaware. Ryan Upchurch, John DeVrin, my best friend Hammy. Shout out Hammy. Let's see how he's going to represent Delaware today. Wow, that was sick. Downside tail whip to 1 foot toboggan.
Cruising around the helmet, going up and over the roller. He's going into a big inward air, landing that super clean.
Yeah, and with speed, carrying it through the whole run.
Nice double heel up the step up. Cruising around this berm pocket.
And boy, does he look focused.
He's got a quintuple tail whip over the box, which was a very clean trick, keeping his speed all the way through. What's he got right here? Front buttercup, perfectly executed.
It seems like such a difficult trick to pull off. Putting it right in the middle of his run. Mikey Tomczyk. Just a few more seconds left for him in run number 1. Tail whip buttercup, beautiful.
What's he got for his final tricks? He got 5 more seconds left, ending it off with a Bry air on the corner of the box jump.
Yeah, keeping it textbook to finish the run. It looked like he was kind of running out of steam towards the end, but, I mean, hey, you got 60 seconds. You got to fill it with tricks.
Absolutely. We've had both runs being flawless now, so that is exactly what we're going to see. If everyone out here is able to do a flawless run, then everyone leaves happy, so it's good to see that.
Yeah, and boy, has this shaped up to be a nice day. It's in the 80s now, not a cloud in the sky. Still got this beautiful backdrop with the mountains behind us, the boat races going on in the background. We're live from Lake Havasu City. This is the International Scooter Federation World Championship. This is our juniors final. The young guns, the next up in the sport. Again, keep your eyes on these riders. Remember their names because you're going to be seeing them soon in the World Championship men's division. No doubt about it.
The next rider that we have up is Jaden Hardy. So we're going to see him drop in right now to the 8-foot quarter pipe, going over the roller into a double heel kickless on the big hip, straight into a rewind up the step up. He is from Australia, showing us that juniors come from down under.
Wow.
And a beautiful brickless to tail whip coming out of that with lots of speed, up and over the roller, straight into a Bry buttercup. This is the junior division?
Young man on fire out here.
Oh, he did like a Bry kickless in there. That was incredible. Fakey feeble across, straight into a umbrella air. Bar Bry.
Connecting
Flare.
all the tricks right now.
He is on fire right now. He is packing so many tricks and going so fast. He cannot be stopped.
And this is the finals. This is where you got to make it happen. Some of them might have been holding back a little bit yesterday in the semis, but you can't do that. You get 2 runs, and the best run is going to be the one we crown the champion today. Wow.
Getting that full whip to finger whip perfectly over the box. I don't even know either. Straight into a whip front scoot air.
I think that last trick is going to count as a little bit after the buzzer, but clearly he didn't run out of steam at all. He was ready to still keep going.
That was a phenomenal run, and I know he's stoked on that. We've seen 3 flawless runs so far. This is exactly what we want to be seeing.
I feel bad for the judges in this round. The scores are going to be super tight. It's going to come down to probably less than a point. The judge is confirming that he did land that full whip to finger whip. It was close from our angle because we only got one side of the box jump here. Usually you can tell, but that one was pretty close. But Sean confirming for our judges that he did, in fact, get that. And yes, you're right, Will. Another flawless run.
So the next competitor that we have on the field, I see Cody Flom waving a flag for right now. This must be one of the Keffers right here. This is... This is the Keffer boy going, giving a hug to Revan over there, who's competing here in a second.
Yeah, coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We got Cade Keffer getting ready to drop in for run number 1. Let's see what he's got.
Cade Keffer starting off with a Smith whip straight into a sugarcane on the half pipe. Finger whip over the half pipe hip, straight into a 1 foot knack over the big hip. Cruising around the berm in the corner, going into a full whip to double whip.
Wow.
He's got so much support out here from his family, from the fans. Everyone loves the Keffers.
It's amazing the level of riding these kids have. I mean, they're so young, but yet they're nonstop flowing the course. They're riding it like a professional.
Absolutely. Double whip bar over a tough gap in the skate park. Riding around. Cade is killing it right now.
Yeah, and we've talked about how you have to keep the flow going in this bowl. It's a bowl setting. There's no room or time for doing fly-out tricks. Cade hitting that giant volcano gap with a 360, and just before that, a super floaty backflip over the hip. Cade's having a great run right now.
Frontside 3 on top of the box. 1 footer in, and a 4th flawless run today. These junior kids are so consistent, and it's so awesome to watch them just be at the level that they're at. I feel like I'd hate to be a judge right now because all of these kids are straight killing it.
I for sure couldn't do that job.
We got some American flags flying around as he finishes his run, and since we're in America, we have to show our pride.
Cody Flom waving one.
Cody Flom is stoked.
Next rider up is one of my personal favorites, coming out of Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Vegas. Only about 2 hours, 15 minutes from here. We got Jack Walsh. You know he's got some experience on the course. He was crushing the competition yesterday. I hope we're going to see something great from this young man.
Jack Walsh is an absolute killer, and not just the park, but also the street. He always comes out with ludicrous bangers. The other day, he literally did backflip to back lip on a rail, followed up by a buttercup backflip. Let's see what he's got right now.
Here goes Jack Walsh. Starting off huge bride flip to buttercup over the steepest hip in the course.
Wow, what a way to start off your run.
It's so unheard of, and he's starting like that. We talked all day, oh my goodness, about the risk factor, especially in your first trick, because that first trick is so crucial to push you into the rest of your run. You got to have that momentum. Somehow Jack Walsh holding on there.
He keeps it together. Bar spin over the big hip.
He got both feet on. There's that signature 540 flare from Jack. Doing a flare, late 360, putting it all together, 540 flare. One of the best in the world at that trick. You love to see it.
Big gap up, front disaster on that quarter pipe. Cruising around, dropping into the clamshell, hitting the big hip on the box with a backflip tail whip. Amazingly done.
Such a big transfer, and he did it with such little speed. Not even making it to the top of the transition, but somehow busting out a backflip tail whip on the way.
And that was Jack Walsh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to have a new leader after that run. Although there was a couple misfires in the run, he still landed every single trick. May it not have been his plan to do that particular trick. He still pulled it off. Jack Walsh on top of his game here in Lake Havasu today.
Still making it work, still having a big smile on his face, and throwing some bangers that we're not even seeing at the professional level.
For real, that Bry Buttercup to start the run, unheard of. If Jack Walsh doesn't move up to the pros by next year, I don't know what's going to happen.
He's just going to continue killing the junior division.
Sandbagger.
It's crazy that you can be a sandbagger in this division at this level.
Well, absolutely correct. Jack Walsh now in first place with a 77.33. And now to follow up Jack Walsh's runs, we got River Crawford, a local boy here in Lake Havasu.
Starting off with a rewind out of the big bank, dropping into the step up with a triple whip. He's a local boy. He's used to this heat. This is his park. Dropping in right now with a big inward over the box.
Wow.
Coasting around the helmet, up and over the roller. He's doing a buttercup.
Oh, no, goes down.
Just splashing out.
Better get up quick or that concrete's going to burn him. Or what am I saying? He's local here. This is a cool day in Lake Havasu.
This really is a cool day. We're sitting at 79 degrees, which feels really hot for 79 degrees.
We're cooking in these tents over here. The sun's peeking through. Well, let's see if River can recover. This is our first non-flawless run we're seeing. It's not a problem. Just got to be able to recover. Only missing one trick isn't the end of the world. But he's going to want to come back and land every trick in his second run.
Oh, absolutely. But I think we saw a great display from River right here. He displayed an amazing amount of velocity in his run, and it's exciting to see him out here competing in this division.
And our next rider up, a absolute killer. Coming out of Temecula, California, you know, home of Raymond Warner, home of OGs like Jason Beggs. It's been a scooter town since freestyle scootering's inception. It's going to be Revin Cachet.
Revin Cachet showed us an incredible display of scooter maneuvers in the qualifier event that happened yesterday. And I'm so excited to see how he's going to one-up his run from yesterday, because that was an incredible run that he threw down.
Yeah, the semifinals. I mean, it's your seeding round. Get you your position into the finals, and he made it here, so he's going to have to step it up. And even with the stuff we saw yesterday, he's got room to improve. Here goes Revin Cachet. Oh, my goodness. Quint whip over the big hip. So much control just to start the run like that. Double bri flip.
Wow, double bri flip like it was nothing. Like
incredible.
Butter. Heading straight for the box jump with a backflip, triple finger whip. Wow.
Incredible display right now from Revin Cachet.
That is a pro-level trick.
Look at the height he's got on the quarter pipes.
Big front lip slide on the big hip.
Oh, no. Goes down hard on a simple lip slide.
It's those silly front lips today.
He's all right, though. He's right back up. The crowd's giving him a round of applause. He's still got time left in his run.
He's got 20 more seconds.
Let's see time.
Let's see what he does with the rest of this time.
Man, that was really shaping up to be a top-quality run, potentially a first-place run, and just getting tripped up on probably the simplest trick in his run. It's unfortunate, but you got to stay focused. Even on the tricks that you know you have and you've been doing for years, you still got to be in that competition mindset, and don't let the distraction of the next trick get to you on the current trick. Revin Cachet finishing up run number 1. Great display of scootering up until that crash, but good to see he's back up. He's feeling all right, and run number 2, he's got a chance to clean that up.
Absolutely. He went out there and absolutely killed that. That double bri flip that he started off with was textbook.
Insane.
He landed that so perfectly. And the way he did the backflip, finger whip to triple whip, wow. That is literally a pro-level trick.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Our next rider up coming out of Oregon, we got Mr. Bodie Soul.
Bodie Soul always has great energy behind him. He is the flowing, stylish master. Watch how slow he does his scooter flips. It's incredible to watch.
Beautiful display here from Bodie Soul to start his run off.
And a awesome Dono flip. He does it so well. Straight into a 360 bar over the box. Not a problem, but look how high he went in that helmet.
That was insane, going in the helmet almost upside down and having to pull his way back into the quarter because he was coming in a little bit tight.
Ooh, now front
the
side.
Other way. I love it.
Going up and around with a nice back lip across the curve of that 8-foot quarter pipe.
Yeah, that pocket lip slide is a little more difficult than just your traditional.
Whip T-bog over the extension. Ooh, going up and around the hip with a double heel rewind.
Still got time. I feel like he's already done everything he ever dreamed of doing.
Back nose blunt on top of the steep bank. Straight into an inward over the transfer.
Wow.
With a backflip. He's got 2 more seconds and then off with a kickless.
Beautiful run from Bodie Soul to kick off his final here at the ISF World Championship. The junior finals underway, and what a display we've seen so far. I think 5 out of the 6 first runs were flawless. Just a couple trip-ups. But overall, this is turning out to be an incredible final here for the juniors in Lake Havasu.
Oh, absolutely. You can see his dad over there is stoked for Bodhi Soul. An amazing pair of individuals. But next, we have
Oh, we got Bastion Bray coming up next.
Bastion Bray. He's got a nice gold helmet on. He's looking for that gold medal today. Let's see what he has for display for us today. I'm really excited to see what he's going to unveil.
Well, we saw some cool stuff in the semifinals from this rider. It's a guy I never heard of before yesterday, but man, he rips.
If he's here in this finals, you know that he rips. It's a tough competition to get up in here, but here he goes. Starting off by dropping into the big bank with a heel kick double, flowing around the steep berm, straight into a double heel kickless to
Massive.
double whip. Wow,
Massive.
perfectly.
Oh, yeah, carving upside down in that helmet.
Go into a buttercup air on the 8-foot quarter pipe, no problemo at all. Bar spin over the big hip, straight into a deck grab.
Finding that line that a lot of these riders are enjoying. Triple finger whip going over the hip. Upside down again in that helmet. Tail whip, front scooter flip, late whip. Oh, he got the front lip. That's a good sign.
Straight into a flare, straight into a kickless, straight into a Bry whip.
Back-to-back tricks.
No problem for him.
Final 10 seconds here for Bastion Bray. Throwing a backflip out of the quarter pipe for good measure. And that's going to do it for him. Bastion Bray, run number 1, finishing up nicely. I don't think he messed up any tricks on that run.
That was a very strong run from Bastion.
Listen, if all these riders land all their tricks, what it's going to come down to, it's not going to be who landed the perfect run, because everybody's doing a perfect run. It's going to be how hard were the tricks, how high did they do them, and how clean did they land them, and how well did they use the course.
These junior riders are really setting a standard for the rest of the pro riders that are going to be competing later this afternoon, about with consistency, amplitude, and also just trick selection.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's going to matter. This is the finals. We've weeded out from the semifinals. We've pulled 20 of the best into the finals, and this is where everything matters. Our final rider up for heat number 1, run number 1, is going to be Hudson Smith out of McKinney, Texas.
Hudson Smith with the watermelon helmet, with the lucky shirt. He's dropping in with a bar whip up the step up, coming around the berm right now. Lots of speed, dropping in straight into a big backflip over the box.
So floaty on that flip. Shows the control. And to be such a young rider, probably not riding more than a few years, to have that control is very impressive.
Sticking that front lip, no problem. Straight into a buttercup. Bar spin out of the bull, dropping in with a tail whip. Cruising up and around. He's going towards that big hip with a nice backside air, leading him into a bar spin over the extended spine. Cruising up and around the clamshell, straight into a triple tail up over the box hip. Looking fantastic out here.
Yeah, all of his tricks, he's landing extremely clean and with a lot of speed. And again, that's an important factor here in the finals. You got to keep that flow going. A little stop and start there from him, but just setting up for his final trick. What's he going to fit in here? Nice, T-Bog bar spin. That's a good way to end the run. He's stoked. This guy's stoked.
We've seen like 2 falls out of 10 riders.
It's crazy. First 10 runs in the books, 80% of them were perfect.
Incredible. It's such a great level of scootering, and it's such an example that they're showing the pro riders of, we're consistent. Watch.
Yeah, they said we're coming at you. We're biting at your heels.
We're coming at you hard.
We're probably going to see quite a few of these riders in the World Championships next year. Not only that, in the finals next year. It would be a shock to me if we didn't see riders like Jack Walsh competing with the pros next year.
Or Revan.
We're going to start back up at the top of the roster with Taj, the famous young gun out of Australia. He's been a social media sensation for quite a few years now.
Taj.
Yeah, but now he's making his showing in the public. Run number 2 for Taj. We saw a solid first run, but we know he's got to step it up.
Taj dropping in right now. Rolling over the roller, straight into a bar downhill on the big hip, into an inward up the step up, off to a great start so far.
His first run did pull in a 71.67, which after 10 runs has him in 4th place.
Backflip rewind kickless flawlessly. He's pumping around, going over the roller to this quarter pipe with a whip buttercup.
Yes.
Big front lip. Big flare whip. God, in the feeble stall, setting up for something great right here, which is a Bry whip. He's dropping in right now. Double downside whip over the hip, going up and over the roller, straight into a T-bog bar. Whip bar over the extended spine.
Good variety of tricks here from Taj.
Up and over. He's going over the roller. Ooh, with a 360 bus driver. That was a unique trick. We haven't seen any of those today.
The flare heel rewind, such a tough trick. It's just, you hear him pop off the coping, you know he's sending it, and then you hear him kick back the tail whip, and it's so blind because you're upside down, you're looking for your landing. You don't even have time to look at where your deck is. You just have to have that muscle memory, know when that whip's coming around, know when to stick your foot out and catch it. And Taj doing it perfectly.
Taj making everyone here stoked and proud, making Australia proud right now with 2 flawless runs. What do you think about that, Jake?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, because these guys have been practicing a long time for this, months and years, and the week leading up. So it comes as no surprise to me that these guys have locked it in. They've got it dialed. It's just the consistency overall is crazy. I figured we'd see a few standouts, but no, every single rider we've seen thus far has stood out.
So the next rider we have starting up at the top is...
Oh, if I could pull the roster up, I'd let you know. Looks like Mikey Tomczyk.
Mikey Tomczyk starting up top. He's getting ready to show us some banger tricks. The consistency expectation is through the roof for these junior riders. Let's see how he displays himself.
Well, currently sitting in 7th place, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make his way onto the podium. Let's see if he can pull it off. Big downside tail whip, kind of hitting a little deck check on the way in, maybe casing the hip, maybe doing it on purpose. I don't know. He's the only one that knows.
Big inward air on the 8-foot quarter pipe, straight into a clamp touch. Moving around, going around the berm. He's dropping in, heading for the box with a quintuple tail whip.
Wow.
Perfectly done. Cruising around that helmet, nice and fast.
The amount of times we've seen a quint whip blows my mind. I remember when triple tail whips were a difficult trick.
Front buttercup to front lip, very nice. Front feeble 270, setting it with the feeble. He's getting ready for something. Wiping off his palms. Palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. Flare. Oh, he was going for a flare double whip, but unfortunately just messed up.
Yeah, it got away from him there at the end of his run. So maybe an improvement, maybe not. Maybe staying about the same spot in that 7th position. It's a lot of competition out here today. We got Jaden Hardy coming up next. 8 riders left in heat number 1. Then we're going to be moving to heat number 2. 20 riders all together. We're crowning a new junior world champion here today. And then following that, we got our men's championship, the showcase event of this weekend. And not to mention, after that, we even got our street slam tonight. Almost 30 riders in the street slam.
Oh, wow. So we have our next competitor dropping in right now.
Yeah, apparently coming all the way from Queensland, Australia, as Waza commentates his run.
Rewind up the step up 2 started off. He's dropping in, heading straight towards the box with a brickless. Ooh, keeping that speed through and through. He's going up and over the roller, straight into the 8-foot quarter pipe with a Bry buttercup.
Yes, beautiful.
Amazing. Oh.
It's hard to tell what he's even doing right there. It's like a Bry kickless, but not a Bry kickless.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. Unfortunately, he did not land that, so that will be a damper on his score, but still a very unique trick nonetheless.
Probably going to keep his first run score after that little bobble.
So he's dropping in right now. What's he got for us right here on the 8-foot? Looks like a back disaster.
Well, he is currently sitting in 2nd place, so a podium may be in his future, but it's a 73.33 for his first run. it's hard to say that score is going to stick as the second best score today. We got so much more action to come. And we're still not even done the second runs for Heat 1. We got a whole nother heat after this. We'll see. Maybe he'll end up on the podium, maybe not.
We'll just have to find out, I guess.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Next rider up, coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, he did something. He did something. He had some bomb runs yesterday in the semifinals, and he's here to prove himself in the finals. We got Cade Keffer.
Cade Keffer, amongst the Keffer brothers, a family of scooter riders with their mom supporting them through and through. Cade has been improving at an exponential rate with the help of Cody Flom by his side. You can see a lot of Cody Flom's riding resemblance in his own riding, so it's very unique to watch.
And Cody's on the sideline watching him, cheering him on.
Cody's on the sideline ensuring that he has the best mindset possible to take on these scooter tricks that are about to be coming his way. So Cade is getting ready and warmed up top.
Wearing a black t-shirt. I can't see the guy.
And Cade is dropping in right now with a sugarcane to start it off, straight into a finger whip over the bull hip.
You know, I like the way he's starting off, doing the technical tricks first, getting him out of the way, so then he can start doing some big high-flying maneuvers.
Here he goes. He is heading straight towards the box jump right now with a full whip to double whip. Very excellently done.
Yeah, 3 whips, 1 bar spin, 1 big trick from Cade Keffer.
Bry whip air looking phenomenal. Straight into a triple heel whip. Front disaster on the big bank into a triple whip bar spin over the extended spine.
Unbelievable.
Going over the box hip with a backflip bar spin.
The judges loved that one, and the roar from the crowd
that
for
was
Cade
awesome.
Keffer putting down the backflip bar spin, 360 over that huge volcano gap.
The way that he's traversing this course right now is so unique.
It's a thing of beauty.
Nice X up, yep. Frontside 270 and a tail whip drop to end it off.
And that's going to do it for Cade Keffer. He's looking relieved, giving a fist pump to the sky. Let's see, that could be a podium run.
And that is Cade Keffer, everyone. He absolutely went out there and annihilated it.
After run 1, sitting in 4th place, I believe that's going to be an improvement. We're going to find out when the judges put their scores in. We currently have a tie for 2nd place between Jaden and Taj, with Jack Walsh sitting in the top spot. But even though Jack's sitting in the top spot, he knows there's a lot of competition behind him, and he is up next. So I think he's going to try to improve on that first run score, maybe try to get something into the mid-80s.
It's crazy that he is in the top spot and he didn't even do the complete run that he wanted to.
Right, he landed everything, but
still flawless, but it wasn't quite what he wanted.
Right.
Let's see if he can get this right now. I think he's able to. Starting on top of the 8-foot quarter pipe right now, ready for the judges to submit their score, for these announcers to be in a spot to present him. Let's go. Oh, we're giving a round of applause to all of the competitors. So if you're at home right now, give a round of applause.
Clap your hands, even if it scares your cat and dog. Judges just finished up scoring the last run, and Jack Walsh is going to commence run at number 2. Your current leader, Jack Walsh. Let's see if he can improve upon that score. I'm telling you, I think he can. The question is, will he?
There's a will, there is a way.
You're a will.
And I'm right here, so I think Jack
there might be a way.
has a way. I think Jack might have a way. We are just waiting for our announcers right now, and it is now time for Jack to start his run. Here he goes, dropping into the 8-foot quarter pipe, starting off really strong last time.
Check this out. Oh, yeah, changing things up from the first run.
Changing it up significantly.
That is crazy. A completely different line to start his run. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, perfect backflip inward over the box jump.
You know,
Doing
Will,
it
I
so
think
awesome.
I think a key thing here for Jack is that the pressure is 100% off.
Wow.
He is already the leader, although he wants to improve on that first run. He's got no pressure to do so. There's that 540 flare that we love so much.
He's so good at that trick.
Nobody does it like him, and that's the best part, and that's something the judges want to see. How are you standing out from the rest of the riders? And that 540 flare and all the tricks leading up to it, he stands out.
He stands out. He's got the style, he's got the steez, he's got the tricks, and he's got the finesse.
Oh, I love that. With such little speed, he's able to clear that gap, backflip, tail whip. And I think that's wrapping up his run. Oh, just a couple more seconds left. Hold on to it, Jack. That's it. That's going to be, I think that's going to be a higher score than his first run. Although it's tough to say because he came into the run with a different line than the first run. First run, we saw a big Bry Buttercup. And then this run, we saw a tail front scooter flip to bar spin, followed by a front flip. Two different lines, so it's tough to say which one's going to score more, but he did have two flawless runs.
Well, he did have a double scooter flip variation in this run as well.
Absolutely.
He did umbrella to inward, which was incredible.
Crazy stuff. And he is your current leader. Let's see if the score is going to improve for run number 2. It's going to be a tough one for the judges. Scores are in. He's still your leader and has a new high score, 79.67. He's making it more difficult for somebody to take that lead from him. Will he be world champion by the end of this day? We're going to find out. We got a lot of riders to come on the course now. River Crawford.
River Crawford dropping into the 8-foot quarter pipe. Lots of speed, heading straight towards the flyout with a rewind, but just missing that.
This is his local park. He's got a lot of fans out here, friends, family, you name it. They're cheering him on. The local boy, River Crawford. Got to recover. Missed the first trick, but has plenty of time to put some stuff down.
Big inward over the box. I thought he went over, but he didn't.
No, he just pulls it in perfectly.
Going to the 8-foot quarter pipe with a whip buttercup, doing it so perfect. Nice Bry flip air.
Oh,
He
no.
just slips out, unfortunately. River Crawford coming around the clamshell straight into the box hip with a kickless, looking fantastic. Going around the helmet with lots of speed, going up and over the roller with a tail whip.
Yeah, River having a 61.33 in his first run. Having a couple crashes this run. I don't think it's going to be an improvement, and he's going to be still sitting in that tied for 9th spot. Tied up with Hudson Smith.
Up next, we have somebody that really wants to improve on their score right now.
And can do it.
And definitely can do it. An absolute weapon out here. If I was Jack Walsh, I'd be sweating about one person, and that is Revin. Revin is up next. He's about to rev up his engine. And we're about
my jokes, Will.
Is that what you said?
Oh, anytime I MC a contest with him in it, I'm always talking about revving him up. Currently sitting 6th place.
I think he just liked my joke. And now he's saying, oh, you took it.
Yeah, that's what happened. We got beef now. 69.33 in his first run. Ready to drop in. Here he goes, Revin Cachet, trying to improve on that. Look at this. Starting off with that quick whip. Unbelievable.
He's just floating in the air for so long.
The line's so good. There's a double Bry flip.
Landed it perfectly. Coming up and around the berm, going straight for the box with a huge backflip triple whip.
Yes,
Wow.
triple finger whip.
So good. Going up and over the roller into a kickless to unless. Crazy. There's the front lip that messed him up last time, but that's not an issue this time.
Whoa!
540 flare bar! Straight into a buttercup.
So crazy of a line from Revin Cachet.
He's revved up right now, for sure.
This is what he's looking for. As long as he can hang on, he might be giving Jack Walsh a run for his money.
He's going around the half pipe.
There's the back
Flip,
drop in.
Drop.
Yes.
And he sticks it straight into a buttercup air on the bank.
Crazy
Wow.
ability here from Revin Cachet. What a display of scooter riding from this junior competitor. This is the World Finals, people. This is what it's all about. You can hear the roar from the crowd. Revan throwing his hands up in the air, thanking the scooter gods for allowing him to land all of his tricks. But really, all glory to Revan. That was such a tough run that he just put down. And he needed to do it because his first run wasn't going to cut it.
That's incredible that a 540 flare bar is done in a junior division.
Yeah, these guys are amateurs. They're not even pros yet.
And he's just able to pull that out like that? That's crazy.
Revan Cachet, run number 2. That's what he was dreaming about last night. Let's see what the judges are going to think about it. They are debating right now. Is it going to be enough? He's got to beat out a 79.67. One more score to come in. And that does it. Your new leader, Revan Cachet, coming in with an 84. Almost 5 points more than Jack Walsh. A new bar has been set here in Lake Havasu. Wow, what a day we're having so far. Now on the course, we got Bodie Soul.
Bodie Soul coming in strong right now with that rewind to Dono flip variation. 360 bar over the box. That is crazy. Definitely a one-up from his last run. Going so upside down inside of that helmet. Straight into a whip, buttercup whip. Whoa. He's got a nice bar T-bog over that weird transfer, hitting the helmet front side now.
He's the only one doing a line where he carves it backside, comes all the way back around and carves it front side. It's honestly a very cool line, very different than anything we've seen here today. I am still juiced up about the last run and the fact that he got such a much bigger score than Jack.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But here's Bodie right now with the bar twist over the roller, going to a big back nose blunt on top of the big bank, inward from the extension, backflip fly out.
I love that line. Such a little amount of room to land there. Oh, and pulls it off. Perfect run again from Bodie Soul.
And Bodie Soul killing it in his run. That was
after run 1, Bodie's sitting in 6th place with a 71. We're going to see if it's going to be an improvement. I mean, he's landing every single trick. He's doing it clean. It's hard to say. I mean, these judges know what they're doing, but they have a tough job today.
They have a very tough job. I would hate to be a judge, especially with how consistent these junior riders are performing.
It's unbelievable.
So, wow. Can you imagine, like, 7 or 8 years ago, the junior riders compared to these guys? These junior riders would win pro.
Yeah, back then...
like, if Revan pulled out and did that run...
There would be no question.
He would be the pro winner.
Yeah. Nobody else would even have to ride. They just go, well, that's it. We're going to go home now. Which is crazy to think what's going to be happening in 5 years from now.
Gosh.
Red Bull, where's the sponsor?
So we're in our super junior division, and he just did a double flare whip.
the novice division. Next up, we got Bastion Bray getting set for run number 2. Let's check it out.
We got a heel to double whip on the step up, rolling around the berm, heading straight for the box jump with a double heel kickless to whip, looking very nice.
Double whip after the kick.
Double whip. Going up and over the roller with a tail whip.
He did an inch-high tail whip. He had no height over that roller.
Over it. Bar spin over the big hip into a T-bog over the extended spine. Going up and around the clamshell, right into a triple finger whip over the box hip. He did that perfectly.
You know what I'm wondering, Will? If this glare from the sun is affecting them at all. I mean, I haven't spent much time on the course, but I can't imagine that the brightness is doing any good. Maybe it's our angle. Maybe it's a little bit better from the ground. Who knows? But it could be a factor in today's competition.
Absolutely. So he's cruising around the park right now. Oof. Just messing up on probably his easiest trick that he's done so far today.
It happens.
Backflip fly out, and that was a great way to end his run.
Yeah. After run 1, Bastion was sitting in 8th place with a 66.67. I can't see that run improving that score too much, if at all. So he might be chilling down there in 8th place. Still got lots of riders to go. We're not even halfway through yet. The next rider up coming out of McKinney, Texas is going to be Hudson Smith. A young gun with a big old bag of tricks.
He's got the watermelon helmet on.
That's your favorite.
It's a good helmet.
I used to have one. Pierre from when he used to work for S1 hooked me up. Shout out Pierre. He's here today.
Shout out Pierre. I feel like the watermelon just really shows the juice.
He got the juice.
He's got the juice. He's dropping into the big bank to start off his run with a nice bar whip up the step up, cruising around the berm pocket, dropping straight into that roller.
Wow.
A massive backflip.
Floating it.
Floating around, going up and over the roller to that 8-foot quarter pipe with a big flare.
Textbook flare. Landing it clean. Getting enough speed to move into that front side lip slide right into a buttercup. Keeping the run going. Not missing a single trick. Every single wall we've seen him throw something.
Going up and over the hip, looking really nice so far. Bar spin over the extended spine, going up and over that roller, dropping into the clamshell, going for the box hip with a triple whip.
Yes.
Looking so clean.
Nearing the end of his run here, he still hasn't made a mistake. Can he hang on?
Got the bri whip over the hip, looking clean.
Got time for one more trick here. What's it going to be?
It's a T-bog bar.
Yeah, same as last time. Kept it clean. Essentially the same run he did from run number 1. So he's clean, he's consistent. And so it's hard to say if there's going to be any improvement to the score. But at least he threw down 2 solid runs. So we'll see where he goes from here. That's going to wrap up heat number 1 for our junior finals. We got the rest of them, last 10, coming onto the course right now for a brief warm-up. We're going to give them a couple minutes, and when we come back, heat number 2, it's the finals for the juniors here at the ISF World Championship.
See you guys soon.
Drop into Camp Woodward and be a part of the world's largest scooter community. Here you can ride with the pros and progress your skill. So come link up with your new crew and go all out on our world-class facilities. This is Woodward Scooter Camp.
Welcome everybody watching at home. We're here at Lake Havasu City. We are in the center, the middle of our junior finals here at the ISF World Championship. Jake Hershey here alongside Will Cashin for the second half of our junior finals. Heat number 2, we're going to have Liam Keffer, Kaden Majoria, Mitchell Bacon, Mira Razumaki, Maxim Tahamarov, Davey Sanders, Kai Martin, Trenton Malum, Jaden Kikukawa, and Max Androsco, the final 10 of who qualified in yesterday's semifinals. What a lineup we have here today. We've seen some incredible action thus far, and there's still more to come.
So far, we have seen some spectacular maneuvers from these junior riders. The level of scooter riding amongst these young individuals is so incredible, but also the camaraderie between them is awesome. You watch whenever somebody finishes a run, they instantly go over to their group of friends, and they are instantly congratulated. So it's just a beautiful vibe out here today, and I'm so happy for everyone tuning in and enjoying this beautiful event.
Yeah, we got the second half of the Keffer twins here. Liam Keffer out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here he comes. Let's see what he's going to bring to the table for us. Wow!
Liam Keffer is the twin of Cade Keffer that we saw earlier today. And here he goes, looking strong out here so far.
Quite literally kicking it off with a Superman deck grab over that box and still flying high.
Jake, did you see the height on that trick? That was incredible.
Yeah, the crowd loves the Keffers out here, and Liam is definitely showing how he's the second half of the Keffer brothers. Boom, inward coming out of the bowl.
Going up and around the berm. What's he got for us on the box jump right now? It is a... Whoa! A Bry kickless, somehow just pulling it together, going real high inside of the helmet, going up and over with a huge front flip to flat. Oh my gosh.
How did he hang on to that one?
That's an incredible trick for him to be doing. Going over the extended spine with a finger double whip.
Wow,
so
just pulling it around. The last couple seconds here from Leah. Whip, rewind, rewind. Solid run to start his day off. This is the finals, folks. Yet again, another flawless run. Look at that.
And he is stoked up there. He's standing on top of the pyramid, shaking his fist like he is the man.
He is the man. He is the man. Just put down a solid run. And I think that trick we saw in the box mid-run, he wanted to do the Bry heel kickless, but it looked like the heel kind of got away from him, but he brought it back, and he just did like a regular Bry with a heel whip and landed it just like that. I don't know. I wish we had instant replays. But I think we're going to see what he really wanted to do in run number 2. Crazy action here in Lake Havasu. San Diego native up next, Kaden Majoria. This is a silly guy. He takes competition serious, but off the course, he's a silly guy.
He's a goofy goober, but when he's riding around, he's a serious man. You know, he has some of the best style we've seen out here today with a very unique bag of tricks. He can throw his scooter like a madman, so we're about to see this happen right now. The judges are ready. He is getting ready.
Judges locking in a score for Liam, putting him on the podium in third place with a 73.33.
Coming out hot. So Caden starting off, dropping into the big bank, heading for the step up with a nothing front scoop.
That's how you start it, Will.
Perfectly landed. Pumping around the pocket. Whoa, backflip, Stanley to Bry. That
beautiful.
Was crazy.
What a trick from Kaden Majoria. We saw him doing that all day in practice and yesterday.
And he perfectly did it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that trick so dialed somehow.
540 flare just like that.
This is how you do it, folks.
Buttercup, air, wow.
What a treat we are getting from Kaden Majoria right now. Pulls that one around just in time.
The full whip, that surprised him as well. His headphone popped out, but that's not stopping the noise that he's leaving on the course right now.
No! Oh. Just missing the Superman, coming back across the box, the opposite direction than what is naturally ridden on that thing, and just sliding out from him so close to a perfect run from Kaden. If he can put it all together in run number 2, he's going to be on the podium. I can almost guarantee it.
That was an incredible run from Kaden. If only he would have gotten that Superman, it would have been flawless.
I mean, talk about the Stanley to Bry flip. What a difficult trick.
What an incredible trick, honestly. The fact that that's being thrown in a junior division, amazing.
It's something we wouldn't have even seen 3 years ago.
The next competitor that we have up is...
We got Mr. Bacon, Mitchell Bacon.
Mitchell Bacon. He's hoping to sizzle a amazing run out here today.
I wonder if he's going to fry in this heat.
I think we're all frying a little bit. Let's see how he goes. He's getting ready. Announcers are telling him to hold up right now while the final scores from the last run from Caden are coming in.
Yeah, so Caden's looking like he's going to be somewhere around 8th place, waiting on one more judge's score to be added in. It's probably going to be about a 68, putting him in 8th.
I already know there's a triple heel kickless coming up in his run. He's getting that warmed up right now, standing up top. Coming all the way from Australia, Mitch Bacon dropping in right now.
Wow.
Starting it off with that triple heel kickless, like I just said. Doing a, whoa, wow.
Heel triple finger?
And he just packed so many tricks into that small amount of time.
Yeah,
and
the
space.
umbrella flip down heel on the bank.
Going up and over the box with a Stanley to double whip.
What is happening here?
These juniors are turning into seniors real quick.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Look at this.
Bry Buttercup. Wow. Bar spin over the big hip, straight into a 540 flare. But he did that so high.
Well, it's crazy to think that the juniors can even do one of these tricks. Mitchell Bacon putting down all of them in his run right now. They only get 60 seconds.
Straight into a bar spin over the big hip. Putting his foot down just once, but he is coming around straight towards the box with a rewind to triple whip.
Wow. And as we saw in previous runs in the semifinals for the pros, a foot down is going to affect your score a lot.
Especially with how consistent these junior riders have been riding.
Yeah, you're going to have to put down a perfect run if you want to get anywhere near the podium. Mitchell Bacon, a lot of potential. Just put his foot down on that one transfer. Still could give him a good score based on the difficulty and the flow he had in the run, but I don't know. I think it's going to take a flawless run to take home the victory today.
Absolutely. So next up, we have Max.
No, we got Miro Rasamaki.
Miro Rasamani, my bad. He is standing up top of the big hip right now, getting ready to drop in and get ready. Excited to see what he unveils for us today.
Scores coming in for Mitchell Bacon. So even with a foot down, puts him into 3rd place. He's got himself a podium spot for now. Still plenty of runs to go and still able to improve on his 2nd run. So currently we've got Mitchell Bacon in 3rd, Jack Walsh in 2nd, and your leader still, Revin Cachet, almost 5 points above the 2nd place.
He's dropping in right now, starting it off with a triple whip on the step up, coming around, dropping in straight for the box with a backflip bar.
Massive.
Going up and around, straight over this roller into a
Umbrella flip down heel.
Going up and over the hip front side with a heel pressure Bry whip. Amazingly done. Up and over the box. Unfortunately, just put a foot down, but I don't think that'll affect his score too much.
It shouldn't. He wasn't really doing a trick, but it is a factor anyway. It's still going to take a little bit out of the consistency category, but it shouldn't hurt him too bad.
So there's the Bry double whip on the bank wall. Looking very good.
Downside whip over the hip. Tail whip rewind. This is the fit in as many tricks as you can section of the park.
Back disaster. Front disaster. It's a scary one. Doing the heel kickless to double whip. Very good.
Yeah, solid ride from Miro.
The consistency level out here for these junior riders is just top notch. I feel like it's so obvious that they've been training and perfecting their runs.
Yeah, and remember, they had to make their way here. They couldn't just get in by signing up like a normal scooter competition. There's qualifiers to get into the junior worlds.
So it is our next contestant's birthday.
Maxim Tahamarov.
Maxim Tahamarov. He is from Estonia, and he is stoked over here. You can see the flag
Do we have our boy Rumet Salek watching?
Oh, I'm sure he's here in the
He's
crowd.
got to be around here somewhere.
He rides, I'm sure, Spot of Talon all of the time. Straight into a Bry kickless over the box backwards. That was amazing. Straight into a
speed he's carrying.
Wow, perfect sunshine flip into a buttercup air. Inward up the step up. He's coming around the berm, heading straight for the box jump with a nothing front scoot whip, but he did that so slow.
He stalled it out. The scooter was completely upside down for like 3 seconds in the air. Oh, yeah. Talk about stalling it out. That flare. Floating his tricks.
That's just how he rides. He's an air man. Nice buttercup over the hip, coming around. He is doing another box trip, which is a backflip bar, just laying that out.
Keeping it clean.
Nice triple up over the roller, straight into a Bry whip. Feeble stall on the half pipe into a flare whip on the other face.
Very nice.
Salad. Going up and over the hip, straight into a Twizzler to finish it off.
Solid run there from Maxim.
Very solid run for Maxim. You can see that his family is stoked, holding up his country's flag, looking fantastic out here.
Yeah, Spot of Talon, definitely a crazy place to train. We see Rumet there all the time, and Simple Session, one of the bigger competitions in action sports, held in Estonia every year. So being surrounded by that scene, you're bound to do great things.
Only greatness over there. We call Rumet the Terminator because he's literally a robot and machine. Unfortunately, he is not competing in our pro division this weekend because of a recent dirt scooter hand injury. Speaking of which, the Triad dirt scooters are coming out soon, so if you want a death trap that takes out the Terminator, the John Connor scooter, just look out for him.
I think you're going to get a DM from Triad. We got Davey Sanders up next. On top of the quarter pipe, waiting for the judges to finish their scoring of the last run. And he's going to get the park to himself for 60 seconds.
He's standing up top on the 8-foot quarter pipe, getting ready. Waiting for the final judge to submit their score. The sun is beating down right now. It is crazy hot out here. It's an intense sunshine. But hey, we all love a little bit of sunshine. Better sunshine than rain, better sunshine than snow. And that's just Arizona for you. I swear Arizona is just a little bit closer to the sun than anywhere else in the world, and that's why it's so hot. But hey, we're starting off the run right now. Going towards the big hip with a whip front scooter whip. I think he put an extra whip in there as well. Bar spin, up over the step up. He's rolling around the berm straight towards the box with a backflip bar, laying that out so high, cruising around the helmet, looking nice. Going up and over with an inward bar.
Blast off, baby.
Wow, he did that so high. Buttercup over the hip, looking phenomenal. Straight into a flare double whip. He is cruising right now. Lots of tricks. That is a tight half pipe to be riding. Triple over the extended spine, going up and around through the clamshell, straight into a bar over the long hip on the box.
Do we know what country Davey Sanders is repping out here?
It's definitely Europe. He's got the Skate Pro socks on.
Okay.
360 whip bar.
This is a solid run from Davey Sanders. I'm liking his style. He makes it look easy, but he's throwing a lot of difficult tricks.
He's doing a lot of tricks, just the amount. Doing a flare in the bowl like it's nothing, whip rewind out, and that is a phenomenal run.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. The judge's job is tough here today with every one of these riders putting down a flawless run. It's so tough. It's crazy the level of competition we have today. Even in the pro division, we saw some slip-ups. More slip-ups than we're seeing in the juniors.
The junior riders are on point right now.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. We should just combine the divisions.
I feel like there's a couple of the junior riders that could easily have qualified in the pro finals.
Yeah, and I think next year they're going to have their shot.
And I think they know that.
Oh, 100%.
So our next contestant up right now is going to be
We got Kai Martin up next.
Kai Martin. He's starting from the back corner, dropping into the half pipe with a big kickless.
Did he forget to change his clothes after he woke up this morning?
Well, we started early, so it makes a lot of sense why he's just here.
We did roll out of bed and right onto the course this morning.
Oh, he's rolling around, dropping straight towards the box with a
big
finger whip, but he held the deck, did a bar spin, and then threw the whip down.
Such a technical trick, but also a large and in charge trick.
Yeah.
Going way high in the air.
That bar spin was large and in charge. Feeble grind on the quarter pipe, sliding a little bit with a 270 T-bog to
Great
follow
style
up on
that.
the hip. Ooh, that was kind of a steezy heel.
It was a steezy heel whip, I'll give you that.
He's going up and around, dropping into the clamshell, going for the
How did he
box
just
hip.
pick up all that speed?
Ooh. Ow.
I think he's just recently coming off of an injury, and that definitely might have aggravated that injury just a little bit.
Yeah,
Still giving it his all. He's babying that wrist right now. Not sure if we're going to see a second run from him. Maybe he should go ice it a little bit. Maybe wrap it up, and we might see him. Who knows?
Who knows at this point, Jake?
It looks like Davey Sanders' first run score came in at a 75, putting him into third place. So our podium is consistently changing, but the only two things that aren't changing are your first place and your second place with Revin Cachet and Jack Walsh, respectively.
So our next competitor up is standing on top of the hip. His name is...
That's Trenton Malum.
Trenton Malum.
This guy is an absolute delight.
Excited to see what he unveils today for us.
Well, we saw some big stuff go down yesterday in the semifinals. And again, this is the finals. This is where they step it up. Look, he's getting the crowd hype out here in Lake Havasu. If you're not here, you're messing up, folks. Here goes Trenton Malum.
He's dropping in right now with a amazing whip bar on the step up, cruising around the berm, dropping in straight towards the box with a, wow, that was a heel bri to kickless. Amazing.
Big trick over the box to start it off. Got to keep that speed, though. He's landing a little bit low on that turn down. Got to pick it back up. Somehow pumps to get enough speed to go like 3 feet over the hip.
That front buttercup cruising around. He's lowering so high over that hip. He likes that bank hip.
Yeah, had a little moto whip over the hip.
Got a nice bar spin up over the step up. Cruise around the berm one more time. What has he got for the box again? He's got a bar rewind to whip, but he unfortunately just slid out on the whip. Ooh, nice.
Still getting that front flip in at the end of his run.
Huge inward on the 8-foot quarter pipe, looking nice, and ending it off with a flip drop.
He looks surprised that he pulled that one off. Trenton Malum finishing off run at number 1. He's going to need a little more than that if he wants to end up on the podium at the end of the day.
Still looking great out there, going high. Somehow he was able to land flat but still maintain speed. That is a characteristic of a great scooter rider.
It looked like he didn't want to move out of the shade after his run either, which I don't blame him for. That sun is beaten down.
It's a hot one out here. We're going up in degrees right now. It was 79 a second ago, but now it's 81.
There we go.
It's heating up out here.
Well, the clouds are disappearing. It was super overcast this morning, and I think that's what was keeping us cool. Now it's a bright and sunny day with only maybe 2 clouds in the sky.
I see a couple of them. There ain't much, though.
Our next rider up, living only 150 miles away from here, due north from Las Vegas, Nevada, we got Jaden Kikukawa. Trenton coming in with a 58.67, putting him into 17th place. Again, going to need to improve that score if he wants to find himself anywhere near the podium.
Absolutely. That's what second runs are for, though.
We are searching for Jaden Kikukawa.
So Jaden is unfortunately not here right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering what happened because he was looking real good yesterday. There must have been an accident or something during the practice last night or this morning. It's very unfortunate because he was for sure a top contender in today's competition. He made it to the finals and unfortunately not able to compete in the finals. We're going to miss you, Jaden. Hope you're enjoying the stream from home, and we hope you feel better soon.
Our next contestant is Mad Max.
Yes.
He's dropping into the box backwards to start it off with a nice bar spin. Mad Max has always been a big part of the scooter scene. He's just growing up now.
Yeah, and Max Androsco, he's a thing of beauty because he's been trained by Raymond Warner, who knows how to do competitions. And if you watch Max's run, he makes sure he's doing tricks that he absolutely knows he can land, because consistency is a huge factor, especially in a world championship final. He might take a couple risks knowing this is the finals, but I think in Max's mindset, he's going to go for something that he knows he can do and then step it up in the second run if he can put it all together in the first. Look at that loop.
He's going real high on that helmet. And so far, a phenomenal run from Mad Max. Whip Buttercup on the quarter pipe looking great.
Yeah, Max hasn't missed a beat. He's tricking on every single wall.
And Max has been putting in so much work recently in the street world as well, doing great at the San Diego Street Jam. Mad Max, everyone. And that is a
wow, ending it with a 270 triple whip. Love to see it.
And he is stoked on that. His family is insanely hyped, and he's getting the praise from the crowd right now.
Well, that's a good way to end run number 1 in Heat 2. We just got 9 runs left, and we will be crowning a world champion here in the junior final at the ISF World Championships. Exciting stuff. We're almost through it, and after this, it's the men's.
Nine more competitors before we find out our winner.
Score coming in for Max Androsco, a 66.67, putting him in a 13th place. A solid run. He landed every trick, but if he wants a shot at the podium, he's going to need to up the difficulty, maybe get a little more speed out there. But now, we're moving into run number 2. We got Liam Keffer coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, up first. Run 2, here we go. Massive Superman. Or is it a Super Junior?
I think it's a Super Junior. He's making him look like a man. Look at the height
wow.
on that Buttercup. That was amazing. Bar twist coming out of the half pipe right now. He's turning around doing a flare whip.
Oh, little deck check, but manages to stick it.
270 bar spin over the hip, going up and over the roller, straight into a nice little turn down. Or that wasn't a turn, that was an invert. Going inward over the step up. Cruising around, dropping into the box with a
oh,
dry kickless.
Just pulling it around in time. Bry heel kickless rewind. And the massive front flip out of the deep end of the bowl into the shallow over that volcano. Liam Keffer is on fire right now.
Finger whip double over the extended spine. And when he did that front flip to flat, I felt it from over here. Rewind
yes.
over the box hip, looking fantastic.
What a run from Liam Keffer. That's 2 perfect runs in the books. His family and friends are here. They're watching on. They're so proud. What a performance here from Liam Keffer. We saw his brother in Heat 1. We see him in Heat 2. They're battling each other, but they're also here to support each other, make sure everybody has a good time and performs well. And I think they both had a great showing here at the finals. This next rider coming out of San Diego, we got Caden Majoria. We saw him in his first run. Started off with a bang. Things kind of fell apart for him towards the end. But if he can put it all together, I think he's going to be a top contender in today's final.
Absolutely.
He's got work to do, though. Sitting in 11th after run 1. He's going to need a big score. Let's check in with Liam Keffer's scores as the judges put him in. He's currently in 5th place with a 73.33. Looking to improve. Let's see what happens.
All he needs to do on this run is land that Superman. Other than that, he has all of the tools necessary to do amazing. Ryan for Hank 5 Gear, here is Caden from San Diego.
And jumping back to Liam, his run score came in not as good as his first run, so he's going to stick with his first run and remain in 5th.
Starting off, nothing front
Yes.
whip. Already starting it off with an improvement. Cruising around the berm straight into a Stanley flip bri.
Yes. I don't know how he has that trick so consistent. The scooter does a front flip, he does a back flip, and then the scooter does a back flip. It doesn't make any sense to me. Stanley flip to bri flip. Unbelievable stuff from Caden Majoria. Hit that 5 flare. No!
And he just messes up on the 5 flare, unfortunately.
Caden, you know how to do this trick. He's going to keep it going, though. He knows he's got work to do. Even not landing one trick. Oh, no. Now going down on 2, unfortunately. Head in his hands. He might wave the rest of this one off, knowing that it's not going to be an improvement on his first run. But, hey, he's going to do it for the crowd here at Lake Havasu.
So he's going over the box backwards, cruising around, straight into a...
Oh, no.
Oh, and this run did not go the way that he envisioned. But
that's all right. I'm sure he's having a good time out here. Got all his friends by his side and had a solid first run to put him into 11th. And, hey, at least he made it into the finals.
He's a goofball off the scooter, and I'm sure that all of his friends are going to be supporting with him for the rest of the night. So
100%.
Only good vibes around here.
There's only 7 riders left, one of which is on the podium currently. Anything can change, though. Any of these riders put down a flawless run, high difficulty, high variety. They could take the lead at any time. Revin Cachet, your current leader, Jack Walsh, your current second, and Davey Sanders, your current third. Anything can change, though. This is the finals. Heat number 2. We got Mitchell Bacon coming all the way from the land down under. See what he's got.
Mitchell Bacon coming in with a triple heel to kickless. Looking
Banger.
fantastic. Going over the box hip with a heel finger triple whip.
Oh, look at the amplitude.
Whoa. Straight into a truck driver up the step up. Hitting the berm, heading straight towards the box jump. What has he got for us, Jake?
Big trick. Stanley flip double tail whip. Love to see it. Again, how are these riders doing these tricks so consistently? Such high-level tricks right into a bri flip buttercup. Unbelievable stuff here from Mitchell Bacon. 540 flare.
The height on that 540 flare is just unbelievable.
And he puts the wheels down just under the coping and rides away with so much speed. Taking a little breather here, but making his way right back into the course.
Bar spin over the long hip gap on the box jump.
I think we saw him put a foot down on that in the first run, so maybe keeping it a little safe there. Whip, rewind, triple.
Cruising around. He has so much speed. Going over the roller with a triple whip.
That's going to do it for Mitchell Bacon. An improvement for sure from his first run. Not putting any feet down. Unbelievable showing here in the junior finals for Mitchell Bacon. He came all the way from Australia to do it, and do it he did.
Absolutely. Giving us an absolute show out here today. All of the junior riders are blowing my mind right now about just the level. It's crazy that these riders are this young and this experienced on their scooters.
Yeah, they're seasoned. They're riding like they've been doing this for 20 years. And Mitchell, after his first run, he was already sitting in 4th place with a 73.67. Let's see if it's going to be an improvement. If he wants to get on the podium, he's going to need at least a 75.01. The 75 to tie with Davey Sanders. Judges' scores are coming in.
So we have our next
Scores in for Mitchell, and he is now in solo 3rd place with a 76.33, knocking Davey Sanders off the podium. But guess what? Davey's got another chance. Right now, though, Miro Rasimaki from Finland.
Starting off with a triple whip over the step up. Coming in from Finland. Finland has some of the best scooter riders in the entire world.
What?
Ooh. Backflip kicky, looking great.
Unfortunately, we hear from the on-course announcer that he didn't land that triple kickless backflip. Oh, no, and goes down, shaking his head. He might call it here. Oh, I think the crowd's going to hype him up, and he's going to end up doing a couple more tricks here.
So here he goes. Everyone's getting stoked for him. This is why the scooter community is so great, is everyone is so supportive and encouraging of one another.
So if you don't scooter but you're watching at home, pick up a scooter. You're going to make a lot of friends.
instantly, you'll be tapped into a worldwide network of best friends.
Oh, going for it again. Almost had it. But that's going to do it for Miro Rasinmaki in today's final.
Incredible
Sitting
work out
15th
there.
after run 1, and there's no way that's going to be an improvement. So in 15th, he will stay.
He was going for a backflip, kickless.
Yeah, such a crazy trick.
That's
It's
incredible.
that high risk. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. Triple kickless, call it a Trisket. Next rider up from Estonia, we got Maxim Tihamarov.
Got Maxim standing up top, ready to take on the challenge that awaits him, which is his second run.
Yeah, and he's currently got a 72.67 in the books in 9th place. I'm hearing that it is his birthday, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see something special.
Happy birthday.
And away he goes. Maxim from Estonia. Bra heel kickless to start it off. Picking up a lot of speed. Massive hit with that sunshine flip.
Buttercup up and over, inward up the step up. He's rolling around this berm right now, setting up for the box jump. What has he got for us? He's got a nothing front scoop with
Whoa!
double whip. Wow.
2 tail whips after. Maxim getting after it.
Straight into a big flare bar. Going up and over with a buttercup over the big hip. Bar spin up the step up, just barely making it.
Yeah, he almost clipped that, which would have slowed him down tremendously. Oh, yeah, floaty backflip bar spin.
Looking fantastic, hitting the helmet with speed, going up and over the roller. He's heading straight for the 8-foot quarter pipe, but he's just going to set up with a feeble, getting out of it actually. He's rolling. Let's see that flip drop. Boom.
Oh, man, unable to pull the flip drop. He's going to sit down for the rest of his run. That's going to do it for Maxim's time here at the finals.
And his fellow supporters, his family, they're stoked, holding up the Estonia flag.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got a top 10 score, so definitely something to be proud of. Just because you couldn't make it happen and get on the podium doesn't mean you did a bad job here at the finals. Just couldn't do enough, but still, top 10 out of everybody in the world in your age bracket. Unbelievable. Next up, he just recently got knocked off of the podium. We got Davey Sanders. He was in 3rd. Mitchell Bacon came and took his spot, but we know Davey's got potential to even win this whole thing. With his first run, it was an impressive 75. I mean, it's going to take a lot. Revin Cachet still sitting in first place with an 84. But Davey can absolutely do it.
Let's see what Davey does right now. He's standing on top of that 8-foot quarter pipe, looking strong, dropping in right now, heading straight for that big hip with a whip front scoot to double whip. Looking great with a bar whip up the step up, going around, carving the wall hard, dropping into.
Look at the speed.
With a backflip bar spin.
Wow.
Wow. Hitting that helmet high, going upside down. Inward to bar spin on the 8-foot quarter pipe, not a problem at all.
He's catching that inward almost before he starts coming down in the air. Oh, no. Missing the catch on the flare whip. So with that being said, Davey's probably going to stick with his first run score of a 75. I'm going to say there's no way he's going to get a score that high with an unflawless run, but he's going to finish it off for the crowd here.
He's finishing out strong right now.
Might as well have a good time. You're in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. This is Party Town, USA.
Absolutely. Feeble sliding across the half pipe, straight into a nice 540 flare, landing it perfectly. Whip rewind, flying out, and that will be his run.
And we got 3 riders remaining. Will the podium change? Will it stay the same? It's going to be determined by Kai Martin, Trenton Malum, and Max Androska. Our final 3 riders here in the Junior Championship, the ISF World Finals. This is our 10th year anniversary, people. This is a big one. Big shout out to our presenting sponsors today, Lucky, Mad Gear, Chili, Premises Skate Park, and Monster Skate Park. Stream brought to you by Arcus Networks. It's the 10th annual World Scooter Championships. And we still got so much more action to come. Even after the junior finals are done, we got our men's championship. We're going to crown a new victor. And you're not going to want to miss it. And after that, we got our street slam. It might be dark out by then, but we'll still be here. The lights will be on. And here goes Kai Martin. Oh, man, what a boost.
Beautiful T-bog. Oh, my goodness. He's cruising up and around.
That was sick.
He's dropping in with speed right now.
Oh, no. Going for the third bar spin. And just somebody must have put peanut butter on his bars.
Yeah, why'd you do that, Jake?
I didn't put peanut butter in his bars.
Well, I saw some peanut butter missing from the jar. Ooh.
He's going to try to recover from this one.
Oh, yeah. He's out here. He's showing his enthusiasm. 270 bar spin over the hip.
Sean getting havasu hyped up right now for Kai Martin. Looked like he was going for a truck driver to 50.
And that wrist is bothering him.
Yeah, remember, he is coming off a wrist injury. It looks like he did take my advice. He did wrap it up. But unfortunately, it's going to hurt him. And he's not going to be on our podium today. Kai Martin, first run, put him in 19th place. Not sure if that one's going to be an improvement or not. He did recover nicely, but unable to complete a run. Kai Martin's finish here, the ISF World Finals. We're going to move on to Trenton Malum.
Trenton's showing us some amazing scooter maneuvers on his first run. I'm very curious to see how he displays himself on the second run, especially if he wants to get in that podium spot.
Yeah, he's going to have to step things up. A 58.67 for his first run is not going to do it. He's going to need to beat a 76.33 just to get in the third, and then 84 to take the lead. Let's see what he can do. Trenton Malum, here he comes.
Starting off, he is heading straight for that step up with a bar spin, going to the berm, cruising around, dropping into the box. Ooh.
Wow.
Backflip, bar, rewind.
I thought for sure he was going to over-rotate that, but apparently he landed it perfect.
Going up and over the roller with a bar spin over the hip, dropping into the big hip with a front buttercup, landing it perfectly. He's cruising up and around, going over the big hip again, cruising around that bull pocket.
I like his style. He's keeping it clean. He's going fast and he's going high. There's not that many tricks being thrown in right now. He's kind of missing a few walls. Hey, but then he busts something big out like that.
Bar, rewind.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the same trick we saw earlier in the run?
I think it was.
That's going to be tough because the judges don't like to see repeat tricks.
And he does a backflip drop and unfortunately just messes up the flare at the very end. But he is stoked. He cares about the applause from the audience because he is out here trying his absolute best. So
yeah, as long as you work hard, you show up, and just have fun out there and do your thing, everybody's going to love it. I mean, we got the grandstands full, we got the VIP section full, and all the riders from throughout the weekend's competition are here supporting these young guns. This is the junior finals. One rider left to go out of Anaheim Hills, California. The protege of Raymond Warner, we got Max Androsco, a.k.a. Mad Max.
Mad Max is the maddest Max there is in scootering.
And he's not even mad.
You'll catch him wearing either orange or green. He has that orange tilt formula deck on that perfectly matches his shirt, and he's got one green knee pad on and one black one.
That's all you need.
He is a awesome dude, inspired by Raymond Warner, like Jake just said. Raymond is literally up on the pyramid with him. He's over here smiling, looking good. He has his shades on right now.
The sun's strong, man. You gotta fight the glare in the park.
No glare is gonna mess with him today.
Currently sitting in 13th place, coming in for run number 2. Here comes Mad Max Androsco.
Starting it off with a bar over the box backwards, going towards the box hip with a bar whip bar, looking fantastic. Hitting the helmet with a loop.
Going completely upside down inside that thing.
Triple whip over the roller, straight into an inward air. Hitting that front lip inside of the half pipe. Risky trick out here today. Bar spin over the roller with a T-bog bar on the big hip.
Nice.
Triple heel whip up the step up. He is on fire right now. Let's keep it going, Max. Heading towards the box with a...
Wow, double whip, rewind. Such a difficult trick to throw right in the middle of the run. And, I mean, this is proven why he's in the finals. This guy knows how to compete. He puts down the tricks he needs to put down, and he does them beautifully back to back to back. He doesn't miss a wall. Even there, jumps onto the deck, but a finger whip dropping. Oh, no, slipping off with the bri flip.
He is scrambling right now, but he's not going to stop his run until the timer is over. And he sneaks in an extra tail whip at the very end.
Literally snuck in one extra tail whip. Well, guys, that wraps up our junior final here at the ISF World Championships. Big congratulations to third place going to Mitchell Bacon, Jack Walsh coming in third, and your new junior world champion by almost 5 points, Revin Cachet. Big congrats, Revin. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope you're enjoying all the action. When we return, we got the men's final coming up. The 20 best riders in the world are going to showcase their abilities, and we're crowning a new champion. So stick with us. We will be back shortly.
See you guys soon.
Drop into Camp Woodward and be a part of the world's largest scooter community. Here you can ride with the pros and progress your skills. So come link up with your new crew and go all out on our world-class facilities. This is Woodward Scooter Camp.
you haven't took the shot yet, you are stopping. 1 for 25 buckaroos, 2 for 40. Go put 1, get some signatures on it before the crew all go out and see him. It's very rare to get this many pro riders from around the world in one spot.